And so for me, it's like, oh well, say what you want to say. I mean, I remember her going literally going off, calling people in my family saying this, that, and the other. The only person that called me was my aunt, and she was like, "Baby, you all right?" I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "I heard some things." I said, "Okay, what you hear?" And she said, "I'm not going to repeat them because I know who you are." And I said, "I appreciate that. I love you for it." But it comes to that place for some, and your real friends will shut it down. They'll be like, "No, thank you. I'll give them a call. We'll talk." Your real friends will. So if frenemies in your life for that reason and they show their colors like that, then they intended to do that from jump. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You got anything to add on that, Miss Nancy?
Oh, they like Sigma said, they intended to do it from the jump. You weren't aware of what their motives were.
Mhm.
And once you are aware of what the motives are, and you're like, okay, that's it. I saw it. It was clear. The end, right? Like cut to the end, like turn it off. Like sometimes we will get caught up in our lives and our relationships with others, like a series on Netflix, right? We're gonna watch the entire episode to see what happens because we want that character to be a good character.
Mhm.
And it's like, no, it's that horror movie closet scene, right? Where they are like, oh, don't the closet, right? Like, don't, right? No, maybe Jason is better now. It's right, but you don't know, right? Still Jason. Jason. And great chance and those friends too. Right? But we do. We stay too long in a situation often hoping that someone is going to choose. Yeah.
So true, so true. So the next characteristic is defensive, and this is the last characteristic that I have on it. If you call out toxic traits, point out contradictions in their behavior, or suggest they work on themselves, they may become defensive rather than reflective.
All of this sounds like I think that probably anybody that's been in a toxic, negative relationship, intimate relationship, knows what a frenemy is.
Wow.
Basically all of the traits that you would find within that toxic relationship, minus the intimacy, that is what a frenemy is.
Right.
And if you've ever been through that type of pain, that's how it feels. It's heartbreaking, you know. So
Truth about
all of the attributes that you're naming, it's like, yeah, that X.
I mean, I forgot who said it, but you have friends that turn to enemies. So I mean, and it is a learning experience. Unfortunately, it's a learning experience.
Fortunately, it is a learning experience.
Because it would be amazing if we did not have to. It would be amazing if we did not have to go through this. Because if you think about it,
No, fortunately, that level is the next level of people who are in your life. It's by seeing he no longer fits.
it's the pain that my issue is just the pain that you go through when it happens that first time. And yes, I understand, but if you didn't have to feel that, that would be amazing. That's all that I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. If you didn't have to feel that, it would be amazing.
Then there would be no growth. Yeah. And there would be no growth.
You gotta go back and find out which article you say, all right? That's what this is about. That's what it's about finding out. It's about the fight. It's finding out who's not right, and then but determining whether you're gonna walk away from it or not. If you want to stay in the ring and keep getting tuned up, then you stay in the ring. If not, that's gotta be. You go back and learn.
Look, I am a physical fighter. I can take and punch, beat, and all that stuff. But I'm like, now it's like, okay, cool. It's a different type of pain. You feel me? Like, I didn't create shit my own deal. Like, okay, for me,
It's more egotistical than pain. It's more egotistical than pain. It's not so much as the pain, it's your ego that was hurt.
Absolutely.
because you had a friend of me, you had someone that turned on you, and you so appalled that they turned on you. Oh my God. And we get away from that ego, and we really just understand what everybody said all night. It was the lessons that take you to the higher plane. That's why I don't have the time for it. So if I see it, I recognize it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my thing inwardly, and then poof, you're gonna be gone. You're not even gonna be around. You're not gonna be able to sit at no table with me.
No.
You can't come to my house.
No.
And as preacher said, yep, that was a bad relationship. I remember that. Yeah, I remember when she did it. Oh damn, yeah, I remember that shit. We went through it. We went through it enough. But then that sharpened the character. It made you be more true to yourself. So then you would attract more true friends. So if you at a stage where you're interacting with frenemies all the time, look in the mirror, people. If you gotta worry about a frenemy all the time,
There's a problem.
that's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Might be a situation. Might be a situation.
But then there's also the thing that where the person that's actually doing this eventually is going to have to face themselves. This is the reason why there's loneliness there in their life. This is the reason why they're hurting or they're upset all the time. This is the reason why they can't even figure out what they want to do in life. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna have to face this for themselves when they.
I'm gonna piggyback.
And you may get somebody to call you back and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I should have never done that. Not forgive me." And then it's coming up for you to forgive them or not. We don't know what stage of the life that they're in. They're in to where they have to begin to look in the mirror, face themselves. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it all works, and it all works in an energy, and eventually, people come to Jesus moment, where it's like, okay, what did it benefit you to hurt people or do this to people for all this time? What did you get from it? If they didn't get anything from it, then what's the next part of your life going to look like? You see what I'm saying? How do you begin to build the next part of your life? Do you build them on the same thing? Because they said, doing the same thing over and over.
Insanity.
And trying to get a different result is what?
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a good result.
So that's insanity. So for them to begin to figure out, hey, I've created the insanity in my own life, and I have to fix it. They're gonna have to face that. But you've learned from that, and now you moved on. You learned how to parry. You learned how to throw. You learn how to back up. You know how to duck. You've learned how to do that. And then again, you get to a point where you see them coming. It's like, no, I hear you talking. I've heard this before. You're acting the same way. Nah, I'm good. I appreciate your feature with the long handle spoon. You're good. You know what I'm saying? So, right. And see, with the empaths, oh my God. Look, I feel them before they get there. It's like, okay. I saw you from across the room. We passed each other. I'm not feeling the vibe. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm probably say hi, nod my head, and I'm gonna keep going because I feel you before I hear you. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens with me as far as being an empath.
I would love to talk more on that, but that's gonna be for a different time. Impossible.
That's all I want to say is I'm an expert at loving from afar. I'm an expert. I can love you from afar, like way over there.
Right.
I can love you from afar. So I'm an expert at that. And I say the same thing Nancy said earlier. Some people may not ever get it. Not gonna get it. So you can get it. You can get it, but they never get it.
Yeah. It's not their experience to get it. They are your teacher. They're here to teach you so that you can get it.
Absolutely.
And that's a big role to play in this world, is the enemy.
And the kicker is with the frenemy, you hired them.
Wow.
No, you don't choose your enemies, you choose your friends.
Wow.
You hired them to play this role in your life. I wanted to make a comment about the pain. We talked about pain and how it takes you to your next level, but you was talking about, oh, I wish we didn't have to go through the pain. I think a lot of women wish that they can give birth without pain. In order for there to be life, there has to be pain, there has to be blood. And the same thing with war, you know. So essentially, a frenemy fits in both of those categories. I think a frenemy can be a plus because you get to with a frenemy, because it's a person that you chose and a person that you trust, they get to get inside here with you. They get to get inside here with you. So therefore, the lesson that you get is very much customized. Very much for you compared to an enemy that's, just far away. You ain't studying them. It's going to be some lessons there, but from afar. But that person that you allow in, it is for you. And you hired them for that position. And so now you have to decide, how long is that contract? Is has the compensation happened? Has everybody gotten what they needed? And is it time to close that contract? Is the project completed? And if the project, and let's say you get rid of that person, you fire them, but you don't close out the position. So now you get a new friend, and now they just fall within the same position with the same responsibilities and the same salary. So you have to make it. Now I got scrap cookie there. Okay, we're talking about personal project management when it comes to frenemies.
I love the way you just broke that down.
Do you have it within your budget to hire?